And I want to go back to like that initial year of like making beats because
Hmm.
you said that like you didn't really that wasn't your thing. Like you were just
Yeah.
like, oh, like sure, I can make a beat. So like in terms of like the process, like starting right off, like what was it like? Obviously, figuring out hi-hats, situations,
Yeah.
EQs, all that stuff. Like all that stuff is new, and making a beat is no easy choice.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
people think they can make beats, but they
Yeah.
probably can't.
So one of the things that discouraged me early on is because I didn't really know how to play instruments. It was in, I think the only instrument I played was the saxophone in like grade 8 or 7 band or something like
Yeah,
that. So like I knew a tiny bit of music theory, but I couldn't just like pick up something
yeah.
and play. So I was always like super hesitant. But then I think I watched a Kanye interview around that time, and like obviously he's like a huge star.
Yeah.
He's also a producer too.
Mhm, yeah.
And then he said like he doesn't know how to play any instruments. So I'm like, how do you produce songs without, I didn't really understand. But then that's when I figured out, like he sampled old songs and like put drums and like chop it up and do all these things. So then that really like motivated me. I was like, okay, like maybe I can do this too. So then yeah, I started mainly with that at first, and then over time I learned how to play like the piano and how to figure out keys and chords and all those things. But in the beginning, that kind of discouraged me. But then after I saw that quote from Kanye, I was like, okay, let me try let me try this out.
And so what does trying it out mean? Like
So basically you have to first pick what software you're gonna
software.
use, right?
Yeah.
So I think at first I tried GarageBand.
We love garage.
And I was like, no, like this isn't going anywhere. This is like this is definitely the wrong thing. So then I think I tried Logic X Pro, which is a software on Mac,
Mhm.
and I don't think like that Logic is good. I still use it today actually for recording artists mainly, but then I found FL Studio, and that's what really like I was like, okay, like I like this, I could figure this out. So basically, yeah, finding the software that works for you. I found FL Studio, and then every single day I just watched tutorials, like tutorials, learning from other producers, listening to songs. Like now, when I listen to songs, like I listen to it differently, right? I listen to the instruments, the percussion, the layers, and just I started listening to music like that. Like again, watching a lot of tutorials. Then eventually, you know, after I felt like I learned a little bit the basics, then I started my own beats, and yeah, they they weren't very good at all. But just trials and tribulations, learning new things. Okay, you can't put this clap here. You can't put this kick here. The pitch, the key has everything has to be on key. Like that's something I didn't realize until later on. Like
Yeah.
everything has to be on key, or the song will sound weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, just small things like that. Over time, you start to pick it up, and then yeah, and you just learn and go at your own pace.